buttons do.
Okay, and now I am live.
Oh no. Well, what have you been before? I thought you've always been alive, right?
Don't make me come through this microphone. Okay, so there's Moondog and Zig way the hell out in the middle of nowhere. Ooh. If you guys want to come towards me, I'm in a forest biome with a snow biome not too far away, a lot of nice water, a POI right next to me, and we also have desert, so we have most of everything we need right here.
Guess we're heading to you then.
Unless you guys have something better near you.
I'm right next to a mountain and water stream, and I don't know.
I like the sound of where you're at though, Drake. Preparing for the journey. Bedroll.
And we're kind of to one side of us, it's a really steep mountain, so it's not like we're gonna have wandering hordes just walking right up on top of us. So I don't have to get more plant fiber when they tell me I have to make my clothes. Do it all in one shot. Percent. Back these azalea bushes.
Need a feather. All those were sent out, right? Yep. That. Yep. Wait a minute. Draco's blue and Zig is green.
I'm not blue. I'm actually fairly happy today.
Yeah, you're on the other side of this freaking lake. You think I really want... I don't want to deal with... No, I'm at the edge of the lake. I'll go around.
I figure make Moondog walk the farthest. He'll be the one that ends up finding the wasteland, so we know where not to go.
Yeah, right. And the dog hordes, you'll find those right away.
Yep.
Don't make me bring them back to you.
That?
Come on, feather. Feather would be nice. All I really need is like 2 feathers.
So I messed around for just a few minutes today on this, and I think they increased the durability. Moondog found cactuses, his arch nemesis.
Yeah, but I didn't step on it yet.
No, he said yet.
Right.
Yeah, well, I know me too, you know.
Increase the durability of what?
The stone axes. I don't think they break down as quickly. That.
Oh. I've got a wolf and a nurse zombie right here.
Knew he'd end up finding a dog. I mean, what's a wolf but a dog with a bad attitude? Bird's nest. Somewhere. I saw it. I know I did.
Feather. Feathers? Come on, give me feathers.
So apparently the bird's nest, if you break them down, you get feathers.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
I think you have to break them down with a wrench or something.
Okay, because...
Alright, Mr. Boar, you stay there. I'll stay here. You don't shove a tusk up my tailpipe, okay?
Oh, crap.
Don't you do it. I will eat your children. Okay. So the first episode's probably going to be a little boring. It's just going to be a lot of grinding and some of us dying.
I've already killed a wolf and female nurse zombie.
Animal hater.
Killed a rock.
I killed a rock.
I killed a tree.
This is good. Craft all 9 freaking arrows. Thank you.
This. This.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Wood frame? Wood frame. Cactus. Lumberjack. You guys are this way. That's good. Bird's nest.
Well, aren't you just special with bird's nest tonight?
Yeah.
And you're
Thank
dead.
you. Yeah. I told you, lumberjack.
What you want me to do about it?
Nothing. I just wanted to get the freaking nest real quick so I could. Which means I'm going to be nowhere near my freaking backpack. Which means everything I just made is worthless. Yeah.
How?
I've been hit by a wolf, nurse zombie, a lumberjack zombie.
I haven't even seen a zombie. You need to learn
I'm special that way.
you need to learn to avoid.
I was avoiding.
Oh, where's Drake?
I'm standing on top of a mountain beating on a rock. With another rock.
Oh great, you guys are like closer to me than what my backpack is.
Well,
Did you have anything that couldn't be remade?
No,
Good point.
it's just
No.
a point.
I don't even see Draco. Where? North or south, or where are you from?
I am probably northeast of you. You are...
Yep.
3.4.
I'll start moving.
Got to move it, move it.
Got all my stuff done. I'm ready to... Mobile. Collect fibers and stone.
Arrowheads, yes please.
Well, I'm all the way up to building frames, but
I already built those.
I built the frames. I haven't placed them yet because I want to upgrade them and then.
Boy, people just out here throwing their garbage out in the middle of the woods. That's not right.
Probably mine because I died.
Most anything I could probably handle right now except for a dire wolf. God knows I don't want to run into a dire wolf. Alright, so iron arrows. 4.
So have you found a POI or anything for us to hang out at?
I found 2 of them. I don't like that blurry effect. Gotta be a way to fix that.
Freaking snake!
Did you forget about the snakes?
Who forgot to tell me about the snakes?
There's snakes.
There's snakes in here.
I'm just chopping away on this freaking rock, and the snake slides over and decides to bite me. Now I'm infected.
Well, Zig's closer, so depending on where he bit you, Zig may come over and suck the poison out.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Run by past these zombies and bother. See, that's how you do that, Moondog. You just leave them alone. Just run. Just go. Harm. Foul. Bother them. Gained at the lie because there is experience to be gained. Go.
Just sitting on top of this mountain, busting my stones.
A lot of arrows by the. Kill some of these.
Alright, I will repair that one more time.
Oh, that was a boar.
Yeah. You want to be real careful fighting those.
There's no fighting. I'm running.
Well, they won't attack you unless you attack them. But
okay.
if you shoot one, they will. They'll ruin your day.
Found a traitor
Traitor.
in the wasteland.
Oh, so you're the lucky one to find the wasteland. And it's an egg. Freaking egg! I need feathers to make arrows, so I can shoot things in the face hole.
Landmine.
Yep. That'll ruin your day.
I'm pretty sure a snake will ruin your day.
No. Mines are worse, sorry. Landmines, lumberjacks, running. Got bad stuff everywhere now.
Ooh, I just found 21 feathers. Yes, please.
Cliff. One of them is going to have to come across the wasteland to get.
So we're gonna make those. One of those.
You know what? Come here.
There's like no end in sight. So.
Actually, you know what? I want to turn you up a bit, Zig. Really can't hear you all that well.
Buzzard. God dang it.
I think he's just quiet there.
And a dog.
No, I'm over here.
Okay. Killed the dog.
Ooh, bird's nest.
Alright, well I'm gonna go over to this POI over here on this hill and clear it out so that it's ready for when you guys get here.
If.
Yes, I'm monitoring chat very well there, BP. Don't worry about it. I've got it. It's just BP. How are you doing, dude? Hopefully you've had a not overly stressed day. Which reminds me, check out the BP stream tomorrow at 2 on Twitch and or YouTube, because he'll probably be live streaming to both. And as to what it is, it's a mystery.
What the hell is this? Oh, I found a camp in the side of a mountain.
Alright, so you guys are this way somewhere.
Hello. Woo. Hello.
Is that a fair enough makeup there, BP, if I state that, you know, watch your stuff tomorrow for not catching on chat?
Oh, I found night vision goggles.
Cactus.
If I survive to make it there, it'll be a freaking miracle.
Huh. You have not been sitting there for a week. I've only been streaming for 20 minutes, and I know 10 of it you wasn't. But 10 minutes you might have been there. So it'll be ETS Pro Mods on the BP
Oh shit, I'm on fire!
live stream.
I set myself on fire.
Anyone that would be interested in checking that out. Dual streams on YouTube and Twitch. Check out the guy with the radio voice. That's the lead monkey. There's a camp.
Killed 3 dogs already. Oh, there's a bear. Holy crap.
Yep, BP is the monkiest of us all.
Yeah, definitely the... Alright, I'm gonna get myself killed.
Another bear.
Keep all the bears over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Would you guys like some assistance?
Nope.
Rock. Oh, Moondog, you're doing better than me. You have one more viewer than I do.
That's only because he's in my channel and not yours. I don't see anyone else here at the camp that I found. What are we using for voice chat? Just Discord. We're in whose chat? Zig's? I think so. And I don't think BP's been invited to your chat there. You want to maybe invite him?
Can't at the moment. I'm in water and I can't get out. Okay, there we go. As soon as I get out of the wasteland.
I sent him an invite for you.
Okay, good. I had bears, dogs, zombies. Barely alive.
Hello, BP.
Hello, BP.
Hey, BP.
Don't we have rules about Discord? How was I not invited to somebody's Discord? I feel very left out.
Well,
It wasn't on purpose.
it wasn't on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, sure it wasn't.
Usually when we're all hanging out, we're in yours, but times it's different in the evening monkey show.
Sure. I mean, you guys are, you know, hey, it's Discord. Make it any channels as well, but you're always welcome to use the name. Doesn't bother me, eh? I didn't want to sit here and get ignored if I chat, so I thought I'd come in and annoy you with my voice instead.
I started paying attention.
Yeah, after I screamed at you.
Well, hey, you're not the only one that's, you know, had a day.
Ah, so it's 7 days to pick shit up, huh? Cool.
Yeah, well.
Right in the balls.
Okay, so for those of us watching who have no idea what this game is about. Okay, no, let's rephrase that. I get it. It's don't die. I understand that. But so every time they come out with a new version, you got to start all over again?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But luckily, it only happens like once every 6 months.
It's
You build a
been
lot
longer
of
than
stuff
that,
in
hasn't it?
6 months.
Yeah, I think this one took quite a bit longer, actually.
So what have they added to the game?
They have added electricity. They have added electric fences.
Electricity is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah. A variety of different new zombies, including one type of feral zombie for each type of zombie, if that makes sense. There are irradiated zombies. And
boars.
the crafting is different. Animals are different.
What else we got? We got, yeah, boars and vultures and. How did I? Thought I killed you. Come here.
Finally, green stuff out of the wasteland. Been so happy to just see normal zombies.
Anybody up here? Hello? Hello? Zombies?
He's looking for zombies. Draco's or Zig's running from zombies.
What can I say? I'm a brawler.
Good night, sweetie.
Good night.
You know, everyone in chat and everything just have to deal with. You know, when the wife comes in and would like to say goodnight, all other things stop. And if you're going to harass me, then you don't get these 7.62 bullets. You don't get them. That's it.
Ooh, his head exploded. That never gets old.
Oh, really?
So how you doing, Sig? I haven't talked to you in a long time.
I'm doing good, PP. Still working on the basement. It's a long project. Before you ask.
I built a big ass train layout in less time than you've been building this basement. Good for you, though. I'm sure yours is much better than mine. Oh, I haven't heard from you in a while. I like to keep up with what everybody's doing. I miss some of you guys. I don't talk to some of you guys very often, so.
Well, that's about it. My gaming hours are between usually 9 and midnight my time, so that would be 10 and 1 your time, I guess. So
yeah.
Weekends for the streams, it's basement.
Yeah. Well, I stream every day now. Well, of course, I'm streaming when you're working. So.
Well, yeah, I see you popping up, and
so I don't have to work on it.
And I get a little bit distracted every time I see you pop up. I'm like, oh.
Well, you know, I figure it's only fair. You guys hang out with me when I stream. So even though, you know, you tend to play games I could be less arsed about, but I still want to support you. So.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I will say that I have been playing my share of grindy games lately too. So I feel your pain.
Try not to kill off whole colonies at a time.
Oh, that colony's dead. I finished them off after. I gotta start over again. Fuckers.
So
that'll teach me to upgrade their houses, and then they all just wander around and freeze to death. It's like, really? I mean, what are you stupid? That doesn't happen in Banished. They don't do that in Banished. If you upgrade a house in Banished, you just deal with it. You know what I mean? No, not in Forest Village. They all just freeze to death. Oh, whatever.
Is that the Life is Feudal?
Yeah, it is cool. It's a cool game. It's really grindy though. It's even more grindy than Banished. But it is cool. It's different enough to be too, like, I don't feel like I'm just playing a pretty Banished, you know, because it is very much prettier than Banished.
I saw that on what I saw on the stream, and I'm like, do I want to get that?
Yeah, not yet. I don't think you do.
All right.
I don't think it's if they add all this. Here's the thing that I like about it. And it's a stupid little thing, but it's, down at the bottom with all your stuff, right? Where you can build stuff. And I just accidentally clicked on the castle button, and I'm like, I can build a castle? Oh, yeah. Right then it became worth it to me. Like, yes, now I'm in. So, you can't do that in Banished, even with the Colonial Charter mod. Now, you can build forts and cannons. And see, Banished with the Colonial Charter mod, I think is better right now than Life is Feudal, Forest Villages. But they're different enough. I mean, they're the same basic game, but they're different enough with features and stuff, and with especially the graphics. The graphics are way better in Forest Village. So, and the fact that you can possess your little people and become one of them for a little while and like actually do stuff, which is cool. You can't do that in Banished. So,
all right. So, who said I would find Wasteland and Doug's first?
Oh, I already beat you to that. I already killed 3 dogs.
All right. Well,
You in it now? It's huge if you're coming through the same one I came through.
Yeah, I think so, because you headed towards Draco and you were closer to me, and now I'm chasing after you, so.
Oh, there's one of them. There's a moondog snake.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a dog? I know the dogs are a massive pain in the ass.
Yeah, that is a dog, and then I ran, after 2 attempts, then I ran from the dog.
Moondog got bit in the ass by a snake.
How do you even kill those things?
What movie is that from? Oh, God. I forget what movie it's from. You suck out the poison. No.
I'm glad somebody finally got that reference.
I can't think of the movie, though. Well, I mean, I'm the... Like, when it comes to movie references, I'm the guy, but I just can't think of the name. I'll remember the lines, but I can't remember the name of the movie. So.
Wasn't it City Slickers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes, I think so, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Oh, what the hell was it? The guy had a weird voice.
Spies Like Us do with that too, or?
Yes. No. Caddyshack 2. Oh, Mrs. Esterhouse. But he got shot when he shot himself in the ass with his own poison arrow.
Oh yeah, that's.
That's what I was thinking of. Oh, will you suck out the? He goes up to what's his face there, the guy. And he's like, will you suck out the poison? Oh, that's the one I was thinking of.
Dan Aykroyd has done some really funny movies.
He was the only reason that movie was any good.
That one, yes.
Obviously, Caddyshack was, the best. The original was the best one. Yeah. The second one was just ridiculous, over the top ridiculous. But he was the reason that was a good movie.
No, the second one really wasn't even worth being made.
It was funny in the sense, like when they turned it into a miniature golf course, was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Just because it was so over the top,
Funny thing is, though, is that Bill Murray and Chevy Chase hated each other in Caddyshack.
Well, I heard that because of, I saw the documentary on it a long time ago, because, they're both goofy, but Chevy's got a way more, professional work ethic, I guess, than Bill Murray. Bill Murray would just be drunk and screwed up all the time, and, That's all right. Bill Murray I mean, how do you not like him in that movie? How do you not like him in any movies, actually?
No, I don't know. But
he was hilarious in Zombieland. I can't believe you just killed Bill Murray.
He's running around with the makeup on to look like a zombie. So the zombies
leave him alone, and then they accidentally killed him. Oh, speaking of dead.
Yeah, speaking of dead.
Now, so when you die...
Oh, shit! Fell down a mountain.
Start all over again?
You start all over.
You lose all your stuff. And
you lose... Well, he has it set up so that you only lose what's on your toolbar right in front of you. So, thankfully, I have a bunch of... crap, if I remember which key it is.
That's better.
Already made, so, but...
No. Because there's nothing more annoying than going out and collecting a bunch of stuff and then getting killed and then having to start all over again.
Yeah.
Chrysanthemum needs to go away right now. Snowberries need to go away.
And,
I need to cut up these deer.
So, now, where are you guys at compared to me again? I gotta run. You gotta be kidding me. I gotta run even further.
I seem to have stirred up a little bit of a hornet's nest over here.
The zombies start running at 2100, right?
Yep, so you're fine. But remember, you can sneak around them still.
They added stealth. Actually, did.
Yeah, but now I've got a freaking wolf after me.
So I have been working on learning the -8 BP.
Yeah.
I can sort of roughly land it without crashing it.
Well, then you're already a professional then.
It's not pretty.
Listen, go watch some real life videos of that thing, right?
Yeah, I did, and it's actually pretty cool, but yeah.
Even the people who fly it every day for a living, it's not a pretty landing. It's just the way that plane is designed. It's inherently unstable at slow speeds, so that's why they land at such high speed. Listen, They come in at jet speeds because they're so unstable. The first, I don't know, 10 times I flew that, I didn't. I would either overshoot because I was coming in too fast, or I'd just fall out of the sky because I was coming in too slow.
Yep, that's about it.
So, and it took forever and many patterns before I ever got to where I could actually land it.
If I can't get it to lock onto the glide slope, then it's difficult because I can't. You really have to like focus on the throttle because you it'll just drop speed all of a sudden or pick up speed.
Yep. If you start, trim is everything with that plane. Trim and throttle control, because if you start yanking on the controls and moving the nose up and down,
oh, I'm gonna die.
It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall out of the sky. You know what I mean? It's either gonna pick up too much speed, you're gonna overshoot, or you're gonna jet nose up and it's gonna lose all its speed. So there's a lot of buttons.
Did you use your bandage?
I already did. I don't have another one.
Moondog has one.
Goddamn cactus.
So,
that's a beautiful thing about streaming is he's looking at his inventory right now, and for me, then it's like, oh, good.
So
yeah,
actually,
and I've got a snake here too.
Actually, BP, I actually have some, need some advice from you. So
yeah, I think you should have that operation, Draco.
Oh, I wish you could read my mind right now.
How did he know?
That's what he wants.
So my plane, no matter how slow I come in landing, it floats, and it doesn't want to land, and it wants to kind of glide from side to side. It will not hold course on landing. I've tried, I've had my my trim set perfectly, flaps set at 0, flaps set at full, because it has all the way from 0 to 40 degrees. Tried every one of those. I cannot get the damn thing to touch down with that, and if I do force it down, then it bounces.
Right.
For like
well,
ever.
here's the thing about landing, about greasing them, right? First of all, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Second of all, as you're coming over the threshold, as you're coming over the threshold of the runway, you should be at idle throttle, right? Or as close to idle throttle as you can be without falling out of the sky. And then by the time you're over the threshold, you should be pointed in the rough direction of where you want to be, right? Pick a spot on the runway, and then don't touch the controls again. Come over the threshold, the plane's going to slowly lose speed, slowly lose altitude until it touches down, right? What happens is people get over the threshold and they start pushing either down on the stick or raising the stick because they want to flare or whatever. Don't do that. The plane will land itself if it's lined up correctly. You know what I mean? If your flaps are right and everything. I don't know what that thing likes for flaps. I don't know. Depends on the length of the runway, your weight, and all that stuff too. How much fuel you got left, how many passengers you carry, how much cargo, what the plane's configured for. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I can land with in a 747 fully loaded. I can land with 15 flaps on some runways. Some runways I got to use 40. You know what I mean? It's full flaps, hard back, and just put it on the ground. Don't even flare. It's too heavy. But once you get over the threshold, you should not be doing anything except for cutting the throttle and just let the plane come in. It will lose altitude and speed on its own. Maybe a little nose up right as you're about to touch down so that the back wheels don't hit too hard, but other than that, that's really all there is to it.
Yeah, I mean, this plane is just such...
And some planes are very hard to ask Sig in the Crash 8. That is the hardest plane in the world to land. It is the hardest plane I've ever flown, period, and the hardest plane to land. I have never landed that thing what I would consider a greaser. I mean, I've touched my 747 down sometimes, and I've had to actually go on the outside view to make sure I'm actually on the runway. Like, wow, okay. But that thing, no way. And the older planes, oh man, they're just hard to begin with. That's part of the challenge of them. You want a challenge? Try to land a Concorde.
I mean,
try to take off with the Concorde for that matter.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think about that one, considering I can't even get. I mean, I've slowed it down. I've had the plane slow down to where I'm only doing like maybe 120 knots. Yeah. And it still just floats.
That's probably too much then. Maybe go down a little bit more. Maybe go more flaps. You know what I mean? Don't do both. Don't go to, say, I don't know what that plane likes to land at, but I wouldn't go to, say, 80 knots and full flaps, because then you're going to balloon. She's going to want to raise up as she comes over the threshold. But if you landed at, I don't know, 100 knots with maybe one more notch of flaps, you know what I mean? The thing is, what you don't want to do is, like you said, you don't want to push the nose down on landing, because then you're going to bury the front wheel in the runway.
Well, see,
and then she's definitely going to bounce.
Well, see, I've always been afraid to go any lower than like the 130, 120, because I know on takeoff, if I get at 100 knots at takeoff, I stall out.
Right. Well, yeah, takeoff's different though. Takeoff, you're fighting to get a heavy plane that doesn't want to take off into the air. Landing, you're letting gravity pull the plane down to the ground. That's a landing. You're not doing it as gravity. The Earth is saying, "Come home to me, plane." You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the difference. And don't worry about, like, everybody gets so obsessed with putting it down on the, because every runway, you know, every airport, whether it's a default airport or add-on scenery, always has that braking bit on the runway, right, where you see where everybody touches down,
right,
all the black marks on the runway. Everybody gets obsessed with landing on that. I could give a shit. My goal is to land it before I run out of runway. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's my job as a British Airways virtual pilot, is to land it before I run out of runway. It doesn't matter where, just so long as I can get the reversers and the brakes on before I run out of runway. So if you float a little bit over the runway, it's okay. She will touch down. You know what I mean? And if she starts to get where you're really long, well, you have two options. If you think you can still put it down all the way back on the throttle, that's that DC thing. That's that whatever you're flying still, right? Does that have reversers or anything?
It does, but the reversers are bugged and they still haven't fixed them. If you put the reversers on, you cannot take them off.
Oh, okay, yeah. Which would make it very difficult to taxi back to the terminal or parking or whatever afterwards.
I could always back in, but
yeah, they love that. Try that on VATSIM.
Okay, so our home's right there on top of that, on that little plateau, on the side of the mountain behind you.
Over there, okay.
You know what I want to do? One of these days when you guys fly, if I'm available, I want to fly with you guys. Now, I'll be flying some ridiculous something or other, but you know, I just want to fly with you guys, and maybe I can either show you how it's done or show you how it's not done, one or the other, depending on what I'm flying.
Well, is it that like our credo, we're either going to show you a good way of doing it or completely the wrong way to do it?
Gonna have a good laugh at least. Oh,
yeah.
And the hell of it is, you know, like I said, I don't know if you saw that video or not, of when I had the emergency landing. I had to do the emergency landing because my cowl flap stuck open.
Stuck open, right?
I nailed that landing.
Yeah. It could just be a simple matter of making sure. What happens is, because on approach you're very busy, you got a lot of things to deal with. You gotta make sure your gears are, you gotta make sure you're lined up at the runway, you gotta make sure your flaps are right, you gotta make sure your throttle's right, so you don't fall in the sky, 50 feet before the threshold. But once you get over the threshold, right, it's very calm. It's just, okay. I can't tell you how many times, and I'm not trying to show off, I swear to God, how many times I've gotten my 747 over the threshold and then reached over with a cigarette. It's like, okay, you do your thing now, you know what I mean? Because I know you're going to land, and you don't need me to do anything except for put the reversers on once the back wheels touch the ground. So it's really, flying is 90% about relaxing. Everybody gets very tense on taking off. Is easy, anybody can take off. You know, landing is the tough bit, and everybody gets very tense about landings. And I think if you relax, you'll discover that, oh, that wasn't so bad at all. And maybe not worry about it if she goes, she floats a little bit. Maybe she's a floater. Some planes are, Oh, I've put planes down at the very last second, you know what I mean? And been like, hey, you know what? I landed it. I'm happy. Nobody died. Oh.
Yeah, I've been working on making sure I come down the middle of the runway, but even that's
a skill. Yeah. If you don't, if it's windy or if the runway's wet and you don't nail it dead down the middle, it's okay, as long as you're not landing in a taxiway. You know what I mean?
Well, I've done that, and I've also been hitting a lot of what they've quote unquote said urban, which means I've missed the runway. I've landed on the grass.
Right.
Well, see, that was my other thing. The last time I flew was, I was lined up, and I had the plane slowed down enough to where I felt like I was gonna have a good, touchdown. Then it started to slowly drift to the left. So then I gave it a little bit of right rudder, just to slide it back a little bit, and then it started drifting too far to the right. And then next thing I know, I'm floating down a runway, and I'm going over the taxiways.
That could be your, if your rudder's not responding quick enough, that could be your sensitivity set. What are you using for a rudder? You got a twist on your joystick?
No, I'm actually using gas and brake pedals for my steering wheel.
Oh, okay. Well, then you should be able to turn the sensitivity of those up in the FSX settings.
Right.
Your rudder might not be responding quick enough. You know what I mean? Because like Moondog, I mean, and I'll say it again, did one of the best sidesteps I have ever seen the last time I watched him fly. Like, way better than me. Way better than Pete Conrad. You know, I was like, holy shit, I don't even do him that good. And that's a big deal. If you get in the wind, if you get in the wind on one side of the plane.
How many times?
What happened this time?
One of those burning on fire zombies snuck up behind me while I was trying to chop some wood, and yeah, let's just put it that way.
Are you in the wasteland?
Did you die again?
Yes,
Yeah.
I died again. I'm dying right now on stream.
There he is. Okay. I was going to say, did I miss it? No.
If you're in the wasteland, Moondog, you just run. You don't stop. You can't stop. You gotta run.
No. It's fine. I've done it.
No, yeah.
Then
you die. That's what happened.
And then that time I died.
Yeah.
I know. I know, it happens.
Run
Now
and shoot dogs, and run and shoot dogs. Smack a vulture.
And guess what? With where I'm at now, I could run closer to you, or I can run back over, because I had mining helmet and stuff. I want that stuff.
I suppose finding a gun is like completely out of the question, right?
No.
No, you can find it. You can find them in trash cans, bags.
So this is home base for a little bit, then, Draco?
Yep, for a little bit.
Come on. Search.
So you could build like a. You got a chest or no?
No, I don't have any room for a chest.
Are you laughing because of the reference there?
No, I'm laughing because he doesn't have room for a chest. And he's like, and he needed my advice earlier. I told him, I said, I think it's a great idea. I think you should do that.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought you was laughing at. Okay, your server's lagging because I can't.
I'm fucking tired.
Don't blame it on the server.
I don't care. It couldn't possibly be your
lagging.
computer, could it be, Moondog? I mean, you don't lag at all. Oh,
Well, no.
well, I would say this is pretty smooth. Why is there only games you play with me that your shit looks like crap?
Well, it could be that.
I mean, you can't stay in you can't farm sim of all games. You're in and out every 5 minutes. Oh, but this you just running along. Everything's good. It looks good. It's nice and smooth. And, oh,
Well, that's because it's.
Did you board up the doors, Draco?
Yep.
Yeah, board up the door so the Moondog can't get in.
And I need wood.
Did you get my message that I sent you?
I did. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. Nah, it's all right. I'll fill you guys in tomorrow.
That's fine. No, and I'm not asking. I'm just, I wanted to make sure
I'm
you got
obviously not
that.
going to talk about it in the stream anyway. But
No, I'm not.
no, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Let's put it that way.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
Okay, why is the E button not working? I can't search anything. Come on. Alright. Let's run over here, see if we can get this bag, and then I may have to just quit the game and restart it because it's not responding.
What the hell are you breaking up there, Zick?
I need wood.
Okay,
Chop
I've
them down
ran
the house.
50 feet away from the flipping bird's nest I tried to look in, and it finally now just said, okay, you can look in it.
Your ping's only like 100 and something, so it's not that bad.
You're probably desync, Moondog.
That's what I'm thinking. That's
It
why I'm
doesn't
saying.
know, the server doesn't know exactly where you are, so it's extrapolating you from your last position.
Where is? There it is.
What do you think
Open
about
the bag?
how complex these games are for a server to have to figure out where everything is?
Oh yeah.
Every millisecond, you know. Well, if I didn't have to play air hauler, I'd probably, I don't know. I'd like this to, the thing about games like this is, I look at this as a long-term thing, right? If I'm going to build something, which is really all I want to do in this, I don't want to have to rebuild it again in even 6 months, which I know is maybe unreasonable, but that's just the way I am. Like if Planet Coaster came out with an update tomorrow and it wiped out everything I've built already, I may never play it again. You know,
And again, for right now, that's kind of the fun of this because you know you get to start over, especially when they bring in like new things. Like they've added the ability to paint walls and.
Yeah.
I'm usually ready for a restart by the time it happens.
I mean, do you get to the point where you're like the zombies aren't a thing anymore? Like you're not, you're not bothered by them anymore, and you just have some big. Because I know I watch a lot of Colonel Failure.
Draco,
this, so.
Draco tends to get that way. I have yet to, but
Well, when you've played it a bunch, you do tend to reach that level where they're just more of a nuisance than a threat, you know, and it's just all about building. And
well, that was my thing with Ark. Like, obviously, I watched a lot of David Oldfield play Ark, and he was so powerful that, and he had all his like tamed animals were so powerful that there wasn't anything that could hurt him. So it was just then a building game. And I'm thinking, well, if we could skip all the beginning bullshit and go straight to the building part, I'm in. But then they jacked up the price of Ark from $30 to $60, and now I'm like, you can keep that. I'm not paying $60 for anything. Oh.
But yeah, basically, basically, you can get to the point where you're so strong that unless it's a horde night, you can just walk up. Whack a zombie in the head once, and and kill it.
Do you level up? Does your character get better, or is it just
yeah?
Moondog, you fell through the world there.
Yeah, I know that, and that's might as well decide that's a good enough point to quit and then try and go back in.
I think the game is telling you something there.
It says you don't need to be here any longer.
Oh, did you just build that campfire, Draco?
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so uncomfortable. Ugh, I'm tired, dude.
What time did you have to be up this morning?
Oh yeah, earlier than
you wanted.
Ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Easy anti-cheat warning. Oh well, then I won't play on it then. Can't cheat.
Yeah, like anyone from the Monkey Show, any of us would encourage cheating in like special mods.
Absolutely.
As soon as I get enough points, I'm gonna get sexual Tyrannosaurus. So that way.
Okay, so we're
My
5 minutes
longer.
I wish you were on Twitch so I could just take that as a clip. Because that would be the opening of my stream tomorrow. Is Draco saying that? Oh, plus I'm still in my jeans. Comfortable.
It could be worse. You could have sewage backing up.
Oh, I had that already.
Oh, wait a minute. You had, yeah.
I had that. So, it's been a bit of a week. So.
And I will be right back.
All right. Now I gotta swim across the freaking lake. They're gonna have the doors locked. I'm gonna have to knock politely.
Draco opened it back up.
I'm close enough. I'm actually here. I actually even got my stuff. At least from one of the bags. I die enough times that I lose backpacks.
Mm.
Yeah, Moondog dies a lot. Usually by cactus or...
You are wet.
By falling off.
Yeah, my arch nemesis is not the cactus. It's anything that I gotta cross.
Jump over.
Jump over, right.
Well, Chris, it's a middle of the night. You can't see anything.
Somewhere around here is a house. It's quite literally right there. Thought I did have a miner helmet, so that would be F, F, F. So now I have a light.
You found a mining helmet already?
Yeah. It was in the trash.
Of course it was. Why wouldn't it be?
Alright. Which door is which?
There's only one that's open.
Yep. And I'm assuming there's nothing to search here because you guys have gone through it all already, so that's cool.
I haven't, but Phil probably did.
Yeah.
He'd already been here by the time I got.
Yeah, well, the casino tokens, that's alright, I don't need the one. You guys don't get any of my feathers, though.
Feathers, I got my own, but.
Alright. Campfire. Just leaving dead carcasses laying over here.
Draco's not very good with the house cleaning.
No, I know that. Oh, there. So...
Do you need some?
Do I have any skill perks yet? Ooh, I got 12, but not yet. Alright. What can I build? I need... Scrap that. Cloth and cornmeal. Oh, that's the most important thing. Where did you guys put your bedrolls? We're staying here for a little bit, right? A day or two.
Yep.
Draco's standing here in the corner. B bedroll, because whenever you die, you can go back to your bedroll, but if your bedroll's not anywhere convenient, then you can't respawn back to it. There you go, axe. Clean up the zombies Draco laying around. So I have some players decent to...
Video game logic. There's 2 beds right there, but you got to put down something to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. No, because you can't sleep in that bed. You can tear it apart and use it for other things.
Oh, I need to. Where's it at? Is it upstairs?
There's 3 beds up here.
Yeah, I need cloth.
You need cloth. I've got cloth.
I have some in it. Wait. Is there curtains up here anywhere?
Let's run around here real quick and we'll clean up all these zombies. ETS Pro Mods, you said tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little glitchy. This is why there's going to be a 2.2. But I haven't done very much with it. I had to start a new profile, obviously, because with something like that, I don't want to run mods. So I just started a new profile, and the only mod I have is that. It's friggin', I mean, pro mods, I mean, damn, you know, worth $1, you know, and you don't have to pay anything for it. I just pay the $1 because it's easier to get it in one download than have to download 7 files. So, yeah. And it's worth every bit of that, you know what I mean? It's DLC quality once they get the bugs worked out again.
And I've seen their stuff, and I even tried to download their stuff, but I didn't get it into the game correctly enough, so I've never actually played on it. So, but I've seen it, and I need to just do better at that.
The funny thing is that if you don't have any other mods, and anytime you run a big map like that, I always recommend not running any mods for at least a little while, you know what I mean? But if you're only running that, there is no particular load order. You know what I mean? Just drop it in your mod manager, activate everything. You know, like I don't have it in any particular order. They do have a load order on their website, but I think that's more for people who are running mods. It does work with the Rust map, which I used a long time ago with TSR when I was on the TSR map, which is my favorite map of all time. And I was going to get the Rust map, but I just couldn't be arsed for another 3 gig download. So I was like, nah, I'm just play on Pro Mods. The thing I like about Pro Mods is that even the parts of the map that you're familiar with, like I always put in ETS, I always put my base in London, right? So I put my base in London on this profile. But when you come out of London,
wow, okay,
you get up on the motorways. I mean, I've been down to A6 and the A120, I don't know, 150 times probably. But with Pro Mods, it's like you've never been on it before. It all looks completely different. It's really cool. So I'll be driving to Poland tomorrow because I want to see parts of the Poland rebuilding map.
Okay.
Did you really want to tear down that wall?
Yes, yes. Okay. I wanted to tear out the windows, and then my whole thing crashed right there. So you're actually catching it back at the server. Right, yeah. The nice thing about the 30-second delay is when I crash and I come back in 15 to 30 seconds, the video doesn't break up. That is one thing why I've been strictly on YouTube as much as I can, because I don't end up with 42 Twitch videos.
Yeah.
So that's good in that regard.
Yeah, but it just keeps recording, so it's just automatically because it's not recording from you, it's recording from itself now. So that's the one good thing about YouTube. Yeah, YouTube works a lot smoother in that regard.
So,
I'm sure I'll have at least one crash tomorrow on Pro Mods. I've already had 2 in the hour and a half that I played it today, or tonight. So I'm sure I'll have a couple tomorrow too.
All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Well, it's a good thing because here, hold still. There's something on the back of your head. Oh, I got to build a campfire. Do we need another campfire? Do we really need 3?
Well, you need it to finish your quest.
Yeah.
Actually, I probably shouldn't take that down right now.
So let's build a campfire. Craft a campfire. Yeah, craft a campfire, not a crap fire. Campfire done.
I'm gonna go back up here and start pounding on this safe some more with this rock.
Sometimes it just doesn't sound right.
Pounding on the safe with a rock? How does that sound anything other than what it is?
No, the way that you had started to say it, it didn't come out sounding that way to me. You were going to go pound on a rock on the safe.
It sounds futile to me, but what do I know?
Well, life is futile.
There you go. Especially in a forest village.
So, Draco and Zig know this. My truck took a complete left turn today. While I was running around first thing today, the water pump, I think, went out on it. So I'm just throwing steam everywhere.
Yeah.
This is the same truck that the frames like rotted out on and everything else, right? So the smartest fix that I could do was I went and bought a new used truck.
Right. The best thing you could do with that is leave it on the side of the road. I know how you feel.
Just make sure you take the license plate.
Yeah, especially seeing how it's the boss's license plate, because he still owns it for like another $300. So even if it's dead, I'm still got to pay him $300. So yeah, no. Yeah, but to be honest, if it is only the water pump, then I might take the time to do it. But to be able to get to work so I can make the money, then I got to do what I did. And
yeah, I mean, you're such a massive YouTube sensation. I mean, you know, I'm surprised you're even still working.
He's such a huge YouTube
trust
sensation.
me, I really want to get there. Okay.
He's such a big star. I'm surprised he still talks to us.
I'm saying. It's the monkey. It's the monkey show with Mr. Moondog now.
Trust me, I would continue to talk to all of the notable monkeys that need to be talked to, even one of the big star like Zig, BP, Farmer Dad.
We'll be friends to the end, and when he makes it big, that'll be the end.
This will be BP with his big fat ass and one of those floaty things in the pool with a bottle of Diet Coke and a cup holder. That's living there. Oh. All right, well, Doug, can you do something interesting so I can go to bed?
You want interesting? At the moment, it's I could run outside and die by a zombie.
Actually, Moondog, you want to run down to the river and get some water?
What's the time compression on this? It's pretty slow, huh?
One day is 90 minutes.
One whole day is 90 minutes.
Yep.
Oh, so it's not as. Maybe it just seems slow to me, I guess.
Okay, back to jars. How many jars are there, and where are they? And why are you smacking me in the back of the head?
That's not me.
Oh, and we have a zombie coming through the door over here.
Oh, we do? Let's go kill him.
We have a visitor.
Look, Zig's got a torch. Out of all of you two idiots, only Zig could build the torch? You walking around in
I
the
have a
dark
torch, but why do I need a torch when I have night vision goggles?
Motor oil. Now, as I was saying, does anyone have
out of wood already?
I have 3 jars.
No, they're not.
You have 3 jars?
Actually, hold on a second. Now I have 4.
I have 4.
I'm gonna put them under where this glass jar, under where the campfire is.
Alright, so nitrate powder.
Oh, see, I gotta remember I'm watching 20 seconds or so behind because I'm like, you said motor oil, and I just saw it now, and I'm like, did you get more? But I realized that's the motor oil you were talking about.
Yeah, sorry, I do that, and then
No, it's cool. It's cool. I listen. I'm a streamer, I know, but I always forget about the damn delay. So
I've done the same thing with you with Motorsport the other day, and it's like, okay, well, what do I want this guy to do? And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, there it is.
How many times? How many times? And be honest, all of you, you've done this. How many times have you watched somebody play Farm Sim and went to move the mouse to get a different view?
Oh, I've done it more times than I can count.
I'm doing it every time that you're in banished, and I'm trying to move stuff, move the mark, so I can get a better view. No, all the time.
I was watching somebody play Farm Sim yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I pressed the C button. I'm like, can you get out of the cab just for a minute? I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, you know it's a good video when you do that.
Well, I was watching Your Life is Feudal, and I tried to zoom in to see something.
I like it when it rains in that game. The rain in that game is fantastic. It's so good.
Now, did they fix the thing with the snow where it seemed like it just whited everything out, was blinding?
It does look better. I don't know what it looked like before, but it looks pretty good now. It's not very white, to be honest. It's sort of grayish now. It looked good to me anyway. So, I mean, I don't know what it looked like before, so I've never played any of the Life is Feudal games, well, obviously. Although the MMO one sounds kind of interesting, if I'm going to be honest.
Oh hell! I just found a sawed-off shotgun.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Well, there was you. Did you not look in that bag, or?
What are you talking about? I just busted open the safe.
That safe he's been beaten on.
I found a sawed-off shotgun, shotgun ammo, hunting rifle barrel, short shotgun barrel, and compound bowstring.
Oh, I got a compound bow frame, I think. Down here. But all with
So I went down to the river and I got.
Shit, Moondog, I damn near shot you in the face.
You asked me to go get.
I wasn't
water.
expecting
I go
you to
down and
come
get water.
I wasn't expecting you to come popping back in that quick, and I just saw something
I took
come
my
through
time.
the door.
I stopped and chopped down a tree while I was doing that. So.
I know Moondog's acting like there ain't no zombies. He's just out there.
No, there's not. After you deal with the dogs, the zombies are easy.
All right, I'm gonna put the
Yes, I
honey in
could-
the refrigerator, chili in the refrigerator.
Are we putting all the food in the fridge?
I guess for right now. So we need 6 more animal hide, and we can make our forge.
Or over here, chest.
Someone's in the refrigerator.
I was a little busy. Relax.
Bottled
Silver.
murky water straight from Walmart. I went to McDonald's for lunch today. Now, being fat, you'd think that I would eat at McDonald's a lot, but I don't. And I hadn't eaten there in, oh God, months, right? So I go in and, you know, remember the old menus where
Yeah.
everything was on the menu at one time, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm already mildly annoyed as it is. So I'm standing there and, you know, the 14-year-old girl behind the counter is like, hi, what can I get for you? Can I look at the menu? Yep. 2 seconds later, hi, what can I get for you? The menu hasn't fucking changed yet, okay? So I'm waiting. Is there a button? Do you have a mouse? Can you change the menu? Then I might hurry the fuck up a little bit. I'm like, I'm waiting for this menu. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I you know. And finally, I just, out of sheer frustration, I'm like, just let me have a double quarter pounder meal large with a Diet Coke, which is not at all what I wanted, but because I just didn't want to sit there and wait for that menu to change. So.
Oh, you're at one of the ones where they scroll and flip and change. Okay.
Yeah, we have the digital that the McDonald's
Yeah,
Island has the digital menus.
Okay.
Yes, they look it's like watching TV. Oh.
You've got the nice one. I'm at the one where it's still got the old one that's like that, but they only put half the stuff up there.
Yeah, and then well, yeah, because then they scroll it down for breakfast or whatever. Yeah, they used to have those at the ones that I had. At the one nearest me, but. And then if you go over to the McCafe part, like with the ice cream and all the like the flurries and stuff, that's a whole nother faff. I'm like, no. I went back up after I ate, and I'm like, no, you know what? I'm good. I'm all set. I'll just get an ice cream sandwich and Cumberland Farms. I'm all set. No.
Then again, I remember when McDonald's had like maybe 20 things on the menu.
Right. I get it. I understand. You know, I get the point of them, but I don't know why they can't make them either small. Because what happens is you've got the words, right? And then you've got this huge picture of the thing. So, okay. So I think, is there maybe 6 people on the entire planet who may not know what a Big Mac looks like? Just saying. So you probably don't need a picture of that.
It might be 8. Might be 8.
You know, whatever. It's just me being old, I guess.
No, it's fine. And then on top of it, the picture's gotten bigger. The meat on it's gotten smaller, and the person behind the counter that's serving you has gotten younger and stupider.
Younger every day, and makes more money than I do. Oh,
well, I took the
minimum wage.
I just stopped at McDonald's. We were at McDonald's even yesterday. Way too much McDonald's. But aside from that, I went to the one that's further away from me today. Because the one yesterday, my wife was nice. She went in there and ordered quarter pounders minus cheese because I don't like cheese on the burger.
Yeah.
And no pickle.
You're a communist.
Yeah, it must be. Right. Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Damn, commies ruining this country.
And then, so she made sure that it was done right, or she thought, and. I got home. She got home. I opened it, and there's cheese. Right. I mean, 2 things of cheese. God. I'm like, and then I looked at the tag, and I couldn't call him bitch because it didn't say minus cheese and minus cheese. Pickle.
Right.
But I do bitch when I go. You can't order a 2 hamburger meal. You know, you can get a 2 cheeseburger meal, but you can't get a hamburger meal.
I know, right? And you're absolutely right about that because I'm looking at the menu, right? And I'm like. Now, I wouldn't eat a burger without cheese on it because I'm a proud American. But I wonder about why is it you can get a double cheeseburger, but you can't get a double. You have to order a double cheeseburger without cheese, but pay the same price.
Yeah.
Now, granted, McDonald's cheese is cheese in the broadest sense of the word, much as cheese in a can is cheese. You know what I mean? But you still should get a little bit of a break for that, right? You know what I mean? Take 15 cents off or whatever. So it's like if you order something that comes with bacon and you don't want bacon on it, and that's me because I don't like the way I don't like the way anybody in the world cooks bacon but me. So, but there's sandwiches at places that I like that they have other things on them that you don't get on a regular sandwich. But I don't want the bacon because it's going to be cooked too much for me and I'm not going to like it. So can I get this without bacon? Well, the sandwich costs $8. So they take the bacon off. The sandwich still costs $8. I'm like, that's $1 worth of bacon on here. Can I get a break on that? No.
Well,
no, you can't.
No.
Yeah, I did find out from the one McDonald's near me, but they're corporate and individual ones now, so it may be different. You can order a double hamburger. It's not listed anywhere.
Right.
You can order a double hamburger. And
I'm pretty sure you can order whatever you want from McDonald's is one of those places that if you went in there and said, "Can I have a fish sandwich with a meat patty on it?" I'm pretty sure they'd probably make it for you. But
yeah. I've gone in and ordered, "Can I get a double hamburger?" What?
You always get the new person on the counter that's completely confused and doesn't understand that it's a computer. It really is just a computer in front of you. You push it, it'll do what you tell it.
Yeah. So I've dealt with that. So
that reminds me of when I was probably about 18 or so. I worked at Burger King, and we used to have this person come in all the time, wanted the same thing. They wanted a vegetarian Whopper, and then they also wanted a Whopper with no bun, no toppings.
Yeah. That's not all that unusual, though. I have a friend who doesn't eat bread at all for any reason, right? So he'll go into, like, if we go into Wendy's or whatever, and he'll get like a junior bacon cheeseburger without the bread, right? And then he doesn't want the tomato or the lettuce or anything. And one time, I swear he was just fucking with me, and he was like, "Can I get a junior bacon cheeseburger without the bread, without the lettuce, the tomato, the mayonnaise, and the bacon?" And the old woman behind the counter didn't bat an eye. Okay. And he got a burger patty with a piece of cheese on it. Here's your junior bacon cheeseburger you just paid $1.19 for, when you could have just got a cheeseburger for 99 cents. But good for you. Oh, see, I'm not impossible. I have two requirements when I go to fast food. I get it, it's fast food. I don't expect it to be food cuisine. I get it. I expect it to be warm, and I expect my French fries to be fresh. That's all I'm looking for. And I will say that the food at this place was good. The restaurant was disgusting, but the food was good. So, okay, I'll have it. So I don't go to Wendy's anymore because having worked there for so long, if the tiniest thing is wrong, I fucking lose it. I just freak out. I made a poor cashier cry one day. And so I don't go to Wendy's anymore because I can't. I know how it's supposed to be done, and if it's not done that way, I just get really mad. So, like Chinese restaurants. Have you ever once in your life gone to a Chinese restaurant and complained about anything? No. Why? Because you have no expectations of a Chinese restaurant.
Went to a Chinese buffet once where they tried to make pizza.
Chinese buffets are the best. We have one in the town a couple towns away from me, and it is the best thing in the world. They have mastered the art of being in America, because if you go in there and they they have those pans, right, of everything. And they'll go in there, and there'll be 4 spare ribs in the pan. Well, shit, I'm going to take all 4. You know what I mean? Because I'm probably eat 30 spare. And then you have to ask them to bring out more food. And that takes longer, so they figure you're American, so you'll get impatient, and you'll leave. So you'll eat less food, pay the same price, and they won't have to make as much. They're friggin' geniuses. It doesn't work with me, though. I have all the patience in the world. Like, half hour for spare ribs. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. Cook them up. Nothing takes a half an hour in a Chinese restaurant. I'm not stupid. So you're going to throw that in a fat that's been in that wok since you brought it over from friggin',
from China itself.
From China, right. So, and it's going to take 10 minutes. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting here. So. And the one near me has ice cream. Like, they have soft serve ice cream and everything. And it's really good. They have this lemon cake. It's the best thing ever. And I can never find it. And I've gone into Chinese markets to look for it. I'm like, where the hell is this coming from? Like, it's the best lemon flavored dog I've ever had. So.
Just throw that out on my channel so everyone thinks that,
I didn't say it was the best lemon flavored moon dog I've ever had.
Well, it might be, because you never know. A dog is a dog is a dog.
Yeah, but you're just weird. You don't like cheese. So.
No. I don't want cheese on the burger, but I'll eat a pound of cheese with my crackers. So
Right.
my wife
that's
is
weirder yet.
Yeah, I know. My wife is harassed me. I've got 42 different cheese rules.
You know what? You're gonna go to England, right? And you're gonna taste what real cheese tastes like, and you're never gonna want to eat any of the shit we make over here again.
Well,
our cheese is so bad. Even Vermont, like Vermont, is known for cheddar cheese, right? And I like the white cheddar cheese. Man, I tell you what, you have cheddar cheese in England, and it's a whole different thing. It's like, oh, that's what cheese tastes like. Because let's face it, we all buy that fucking wrapped cheese, right? Because it's cheap. But it's disgusting. But we're so used to it, we don't realize how disgusting it is. Oh, I remember the first time I ever had like
processed cheese.
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever had real cheese, like the deli cheese, because for a while, I was growing up on that wrapped cheese, right? And then my father, I don't know, decided he didn't like it anymore or whatever, and he would start buying the Land O'Lakes American cheese. Holy shit! I'm like, wow, that's so much better. Yeah, and it's like $7 a pound. So if I catch you eating 2 slices of it, I'll kill you. Okay.
I remember when I was a kid, we grew up on like the Salvation Army World War II surplus 1942 cheese.
Well, you know what though? The cheese in a box, the government cheese, that's Velveeta. People don't realize that's made by Velveeta. It's made by Kraft. It's actually pretty good.
I cannot stand Velveeta anymore.
Oh, really? Yeah, see, I still like it. Zig, you want to hear weird? I'm the guy that will make a Velveeta sandwich.
I could do that. I love Velveeta.
You mean as in a Velveeta sandwich with weird. Velveeta
and bread
and
yes.
Velveeta?
Yeah, maybe a slab of onion, and that's it. Yeah. Oh.
I mean, I guess I'm kind of weird too because I still, to this day, will eat Braunschweiger right. Just slice it off and just eat it like I'm eating a piece of pepperoni.
I don't know. You just spoke some language I don't speak.
It's German liver sausage.
Oh yeah, I love liver. I love liver.
You've never had Braunschweiger, BP?
I never even heard the word before until just this. Is
that right?
Yeah. Oh,
that was a staple at my grandma's house. She always had that.
I have no German descent in me at
Braunschweiger and government cheese.
Yep.
Yeah.
And no matter how you try and cut the Braunschweiger into government cheese, it always come off at an angle. So you always had like 3 inches of Braunschweiger and government cheese on one side, and
the little shelf at the bottom of the cut because you didn't cut it all the way through. Yeah, they used to drive my old man crazy. Oh, he'd freak out. Like, because we get the Cracker Barrel, the Cracker Barrel cheese, and I'd just tear off a hunk of it and flip out because there'd be that little bit at the bottom. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? I don't know, Dad. I have a heart attack. Yeah, I never heard that before. But I like liver, so.
Yeah, you can find it at any grocery store.
Is it like liverwurst? Is that
sort of?
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I love liver. It's my favorite lunch. I call it a lunch meat. I know it's not. It's more of a spread, but that's my favorite thing. I get it.
Yeah, it's just called Braunschweiger.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's almost like bologna, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't taste like it.
It doesn't taste like it, and the consistency is a little looser than bologna.
Yeah,
but it comes in like the same thing. If you bought like a big roll of bologna.
Yeah, it comes in like that tube, and they slice it off, right?
Yep. And you just kind of peel.
The tube's not as big.
And you just kind of peel the rind off.
I may have seen diners, drive-ins, and dives do I think he went to some place, was a butcher at a restaurant and everything, and I think the guy might have been making that, actually. So maybe I have heard of it. Oh, I know he was all about it. He liked it. Guy Fieri liked it. But
it is an acquired taste, though.
So is cow's tongue, but I've tried it and then said, oh, that's not bad, and then I've never had it again.
No, cow's tongue, balls, brains, rattlesnake, all that shit. You know what that is? That's just, look how big my junk is food. It's I ate it and that's it. You know what I mean? That's all it is. I ate rattlesnake one time when I was in the Army, right? And we were in Texas, and everybody's like, "Oh, we're going to this restaurant. We sell rattlesnake." Okay. I'm like, "Do they serve whiskey?" Yup. Okay, then I'll go. And we went and we ordered rattlesnake, right? And they fry it up and they put onions and peppers and all kinds of shit. Put it in some kind of sauce. It could have been chicken. You know what I mean? By the time you get it. So I'm like, well, you're missing the point. I'm like, bring me the damn snake. I'm like, just dip that fucker in the fryer later and bring it to me. And I ate it, and I said, look, I ate rattlesnake. And then I immediately went outside and threw up. So it's like, that's all that kind of food. That's all that is. That's food when you have to eat every bit of the animal, right?
Uh-oh, Moondog.
You do. Fine.
Yeah, I'm on the way back in. I had leg there, and it even kills the game, so we got to come back in.
But no, the big thing at my grandmother's house was Braunschweiger and government cheese, or Braunschweiger and head cheese.
Oh, head cheese. My dad likes that stuff.
You may have a different definition of head cheese than I do.
With
to me, head
buttermilk.
cheese was all the shit that was left over from all the cheese, the end bits of the cheese, when they cut it all up at the deli and they mash it all into one cheese. That's what we used to call head cheese.
No, it's something different.
I'm pretty sure I may not want to know what it is. Yeah. I didn't eat anything weird growing up. We were very traditional. We boiled everything, but other than that, it was pretty.
You figure, my grandfather was, my great grandfather was adopted from Germany back in the 1800s. So, to a German family.
Right.
So, my entire life, that's all I've ever known is just German foods.
Sure. It's funny because my mother's Scottish and my father was, well, up until recently, I was under the impression that he was Sicilian. That may not be true, but my mom didn't make like Scottish food. We weren't eating haggis, and she didn't like lamb. And, she loved lambs, but she didn't like lamb food. So we didn't eat any like ethnic food at all. It was the same. We eat the same thing. We had that sort of eat the same food every day. You know what I mean? Like you'd have spaghetti on Wednesday. You'd have meatloaf on Friday. You'd go out to eat Saturday and Sunday. So so I didn't get a lot of exposure to a lot of different foods. So I joined the army. I've eaten dog. I've eaten horse. I've eaten, snake. I've had buffalo and bison and the same thing, but elk and longhorn sheep and God knows what else. Oh, oxtail, which I actually really like. Oxtail is actually really good. So I've eaten balls and brains and tongues and eyeballs and.
Well, the one teacher was actually Spanish at my high school, and he was retiring.
They love some stripes in Spain. So.
Yeah, so he's like, well, we're going to try something different, and you're going to try it. And there was like 4 of us that actually did try it, and that's what I'm saying. It wasn't something that I cared to go, oh, I got to go home and tell my mother that I need to eat this from now on.
Go buy 6 pounds of tripe. The Spanish people will eat all of the animal too. They eat it all. They eat the balls, the brains, the eyeballs, the tail. They eat the whole thing. The only thing they don't eat are the hooves and the hide. I mean, because when I was in Spain in the army, and if you order like a meat plate, well, that's what you get. It's from the snout to the ass, basically, and everything in between. Oh, I remember my friend picking up the bull unit and saying, "What part of the bull is this?" I'm like, "Are you stupid?" I'm like, "Can you not figure that out? Maybe from the shape." Damn, they eat that too. Yep. Dig in. Oh.
You missed me, you bastard. Come here.
See, this is how Draco is. He just yells and runs around and
come here, you bastard.
Just tortures zombies.
That's a nice little house you got there.
Come here, I'm gonna beat your damn brains in.
It's not quite as nice around here as you made it out to be, Draco.
It's nice enough. If you go up over the hill a little bit, that's where the forest is.
I only found wasteland up over the hill.
Go to the northeast.
Oops, missed. Where? Oh, you flippin' pain in the butt.
I've never been able to shoot a bow in a video game. I don't have the mouse control. I twitch too much for that.
that hurt.
They still have them cop zombies that blow up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, I lost it. All right. As I was asking, was it a mod that we had that had the bloaters exploding?
No.
No.
Oh, that was when we were doing Val mod. Yes.
Yeah, some of them, the big walking bloated ones. Yeah, those would some of those would explode. Yeah, in Valmod.
Okay. Because I'm over here beating this one to death, as the stream's going to see me hitting him, and then it just goes away.
Well, see, I think if you stop cheating, Moondog, you probably stop getting kicked out. It's anti-cheat kicking you out.
That easy anti-cheat warning? Yeah, okay. It could be the fact that, to be honest, I hadn't eaten anything until 8:30 this evening. Because my day started out with the truck and issues with it, and then after that, and it's like running and going and getting this vehicle, and to do that, then I have to do all the paperwork. The wife has to sign the paperwork. She's at work, so I have to go from Akron back down here to Canton. That's a 30-minute drive, and then I'm doing it during the middle of the busiest time of day, so traffic, and it's just like, it was just sort of not the funnest time to do it.
Y'all can't touch me. You ain't got nothing for me.
Oh, what happened now?
Okay, come on.
That's one big bitch.
No, I don't want to log into that.
Come on. Hold still so I can shoot you. Thank you.
And oh, got a shovel.
Is there another house over here anywhere?
Yeah, I'm at one.
And I'm at one too.
Oh, there's snow right there. Jeez.
Yeah, I told you there's a snow biome nearby.
It's the being on the side of the cliff that's...
Oh, seriously? Come here.
Where's all this forest you mentioned?
It's over there.
He lied. He lied about all of it.
Should have stayed where I was at.
Y'all just don't see the potential.
Just load video. I've got a zombie over here breakdancing on the end of the couch. No one's watching. That's alright. I'll just come over here and smack them.
Wow, absolutely nobody's interested in
Alright.
7 Days to Die tonight.
So, I've killed this zombie and now he looks like he's sitting on the couch.
Oh,
No one's interested because we're not gunning gamers because he was streaming it.
Yeah, but I don't think he is anymore. I mean, I don't know.
You know what? This cheerleader actually looks like she's an overaged biker chick.
We're like in the Alps here, Draco. Oh, there's...
Can you think of a better defensive place? And there's a reason why the Germans didn't attack Switzerland. Oh, that's a big bitch.
They wanted somewhere to stash all their stolen treasures.
All the zombies I'm killing are falling down the hill into the ocean before I can loot them.
That's Draco's whole idea with those.
Oh yeah,
Oop,
I'm a criminal mastermind.
Criminal mastermind. You're definitely a mastermind.
Yeah, I don't want to go down there and get that guy because I don't want to have to climb all the way back up the hill.
When's this book? Come on, what? Alright, no, I'm just gonna read it.
What do you do?
I mean, we don't have to stay there if you guys don't want to stay there. It's not that big of a... I just figured it was a nice starting point.
It is. Don't take it that way.
Oh, it's a shithole, Draco. They're just trying to be nice.
Well, that would be a first.
What? That we decided to stay there, or?
I wasn't typing to you, Moondog. I was typing. Somebody asked me a question on a page.
No. The
the book. Oh, you found a book. I wasn't watching. Sorry. I sort of forgot you were still playing this. See, thanks for stopping by, VP. You make my stream so much better.
And at this point, we're going to just, kick you out. That's fine.
I sit through your boring shit, though.
Are you talking, your boring shit?
Is that a piece of corn you were just holding?
Yes, that's a piece of corn. That's why I had to change what I was holding there, because it looked that way to me too.
Probably get more viewers if you just walked around with that thing out all the time.
I was gonna say something that was really over the line.
Because that's ever stopped any of us before.
I was just gonna say there's a reason why Moondog puts his bed down on the other side of the house.
How'd they get upstairs? Who's not my man in the door here?
Well, actually, they were hidden in the room.
Oh, you mean there's more to this house? You guys didn't...
No, this is another house.
Oh.
It's just the same.
See, BP, if you'd have been watching, you'd have known that.
Yeah. But that's all right, Go ahead. You had stuff to do.
Listen, somebody asked me a question. It's so rare that people ask me for help with anything. When they do, I feel like I should ask them. BP, I lost out. I loaded up Farm Sim 15, and I don't have any animals or equipment. Right, you got a mod. You got a mod that wiped them out. I bet I know which one it is. Try this. Take this mod out. Restore your save game, and get back to me. Let me know if that worked.
Unless it was he just started up.
No. I think he's got a mod conflict in there. Because Farm Sim 15 was notorious for that. Bad mods would just wipe out all your equipment, your animals, and everything. So. Yeah,
wasn't there one mod that ended up putting like tractors up on top of buildings and stuff for every time you loaded in?
Yes. Yep. There was a couple of those. I know the Ropa, the first version of the Ropa that could convert it to 15 was awful. It broke Old Ridge I don't know how many times before I fixed it, and then there was a one of the like factory mods, the UPK things. I don't know which one it was, but it made all the like trees on the map float above the map.
Yeah.
And then there was a tractor that, because it had special wheels on it and special tires, it broke all the wheels and the tires on all the other tractors so you couldn't see them. there was just a list of just foolish mods that, you know. And the thing is, you know what's shitty about mods is that you look at a thumbnail, right? You look at a thumbnail on Mod Hoster or FSUK or wherever you get your mods from, and you're like, oh, that looks good. And then you put it in your game, right? And you put it in your game, and you're like, oh, well, good. Now all my shit just turned into triangles. Okay. So.
Well, what's even worse is that you can even do like the safe thing and just put it into a game where there's no other mods.
No other mods.
And it works fine.
Yeah. And as soon as you get it in with any other mods, it just goes crazy. Right. There's no standard for mods working. You know, and ETS and ATS are even worse for that because your save game becomes so dependent on those mods that if that mod stops working, your save game is done, and all those miles you drove is just for nothing. It sucks. I'm so invested in my ATS save now with all the mods I have that I can't. If New Mexico came out tomorrow, I wouldn't be able to get it. I'd have to either start another one or wait for Antrid to update Coast to Coast. And Canada Drain, the guy who did Canada Drain. Now, luckily, both of those guys are pretty active, so I have every hope that when it does come out, they'll fix it, but it's just one of those things about mods, you know, you take your chances. That's why I always tell people, I'm like, you know, if you're going to use mods are great. Mods are the reason we play on PC, right? But you take that's on you. You take your chances. So. All
right, so I'm going to connect one more time. Hopefully it made, yeah.
What, and lagging out on you still?
Yeah,
it just crashes, and it's that, and it could be. To be honest, I'm losing Discord at the same time, so it could be still the motherboard at the end of this. Talking to David, his old one had an issue with that too, so it could just be that portion of the motherboard that runs it out the internet. That's what's crashing it.
Could be.
So
I asked Zig the other night, and he said he didn't know. I know that your internet is transmitted by radio frequencies from a tower to your house, but do you have it connected hardwired to your router, or are you doing Wi-Fi there too?
No, as soon as it hits my antenna on my house, it's all wired right into the computer. The antenna up there is wired goes to the wall right beside my desk. It goes the 4 foot to the router, and then the router right into there.
It isn't your internet though, Moondog, because you had a better when we play Wreckfest and we're connected to Roy or David. You have a better ping than I do. I'm closer to them than you are, and I have way better internet than you. So it isn't your internet; it's your physical. There's something physically. It's your Ethernet port on your LAN port on your motherboard that is either locking up or broken. You know what I mean?
And that's it. It's got to be it. It doesn't help that that's only a dual core on top of it. That's why the new one shouldn't have an issue. The only reason I'm not using it is GPU. So do I put up with it and hope everyone sticks around with me? Yes.
You know what's funny?
Can I fault them for running away? No.
Some games, Project Cars, never have an issue ever.
No.
Play Project Cars for 6 hours and never ever have it just solid as a rock. Good pings, you know, never get disconnected or anything. Farm Sim can't play it for 10 minutes. Wreckfest, you know, half an hour. This, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. So I don't know. It could be wherever the signal's coming into your computer. I don't know. Maybe this is very signal heavy. I don't know. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know.
This game is actually really CPU heavy.
It is, yeah. So maybe you're just bottling up your CPU. Maybe your CPU can't keep up with the signal coming in and running all the parameters of the game.
And it's basically because they haven't taken time to optimize the game really well yet, because they've still been working on content and other things.
Which would explain why Project Cars runs so well on your rig, because Project Cars is not CPU intensive whatsoever. It's very graphically intensive. Wreckfest is CPU intensive because of the damage, because of all the physics. You know what I mean? So I bet you had a hell of a time with iRacing too.
Which is also why why at times you have a hard time with Flight Sim, because it's a very CPU heavy game.
All CPU and RAM with Flight Sim, and it only being a 32-bit application, you could have 1 million gigs of RAM. It's only going to use what does it use? Two, right? There is a hack to make it use 6, but not a hack. It's a mod. But even then, it's still not. You know what I mean? It's still not. I know guys with just massive rigs, and they're still. If you get 30 frames a second, you know that's a good day for flight sim. So, and the problem with flight sim is you need that. You know what I mean? You need to have that because how are you going to land a plane with 6 frames a second? Well, ask BP. I did it many times.
Landing a plane while looking at a slideshow. I mean,
yeah, on the Abacus. You know what I mean? I did it. I mean, honest to God, there was a couple times when I'd come into Heathrow or whatever after a very long flight, and I could get up and get a drink while I was waiting for the next frame to render in. You know, so I'm surprised I didn't blow it up. I'm surprised I never blew this thing up as hard as I worked it. I think once you get your new CPU, and you know, I think you're going to notice a lot of these problems are going to go away. Your motherboard's old; it's probably just worn out. You know what I mean? They do wear out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no moving parts in them, but they do wear out after a while.
This thing was an office computer before we changed it into a gaming rig.
Sure.
So
it's just like, you know, you're just like me with the Abacus. You're asking it to do things it was never designed to do, and it's done it for a long time. So you know, it doesn't owe you anything. You know, that's why I look at the Abacus. That thing doesn't owe me nothing. That thing made 800 videos. You know, played games it was never designed to play, and I'll never get rid of it. I'll keep that thing forever.
Well, not only did it, you know, make games that you know, play games that was never meant to play. It did it while recording them.
Sure, exactly.
And I remember, I actually watched a couple of your streams back when you tried to stream on the Abacus.
Streaming on this thing it just didn't have the CPU power for it. It just didn't. But you know what? I soldiered through. It never once thermal popped on me. It never, you know, I mean, yeah, my frame rates were never fantastic, but I didn't know what I was missing really until I got this one. And then I was like, oh, you know, like David. I mean, David always say, oh, there's other stuff on the side of the road in ETS. Oh, imagine that. So,
I just realized how long I've actually been watching your stuff. That was a long ass time ago that you streamed on the Abacus.
Yeah, I stopped streaming on the Abacus. God, I only streamed like 3 or 4 times on it because it was just to the point where I couldn't. Like, I don't care so much, but I just didn't like it, so I stopped doing it. But, well, I mean, I started the channel in 2014, so, you know, I've been making videos. I did 804 videos on the Abacus. So, you know, that's a lot of recording, a lot of stuff, just that it was never meant to do. Hundreds and hundreds of hours of farm sim and driving trucks and racing and, you know, and everything else. And it doesn't owe me anything. All I needed to do now is show me, and I don't even need it to do that anymore, really, to show me chat, because I use my Restream thing to read chat from both places in the game, but I still leave it on. You know, I like to, it's out to pasture, but I like to work a little bit, you know, and she can enjoy the rest of her life now. One day when she stops working entirely, well, then she becomes a coaster. Oh, that, you know, that's it. Oh.
All right, I'm going to venture to wander back to our base here, and then I'm going to end it because I just crashed out again here.
I mean, hell, you can always just take her to bed with you and watch YouTube videos at night.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I never use this as a laptop. Like, I don't ever move it. The only time I moved it is when I moved it from my desk to where it is now on the other desk so that I could set up my monitor and my steering wheel and everything for the new computer. That's as far as she's ever moved. I don't take it with me. It's been plugged in since the day I took it out of the box. I don't use it on battery. I don't do any, you know what I mean? Oh.
All right, so I need to know, do you guys want to stay here or do you want to move to another house? Because I have the stuff to make a forge.
Well, I want to move, but I don't know where to yet. Out of the mountains.
Well, can we do this at least? Let me get back to the base so I can end a stream there. And whatever we decide, we can decide there. Because it's close to 2 hours, and that's a good, you know, tiring, boring, put you to sleep type
I'm not
yawn.
yawning at your... Shut up. I'm not yawning at that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end mine too, because not one person is game to take a look.
Well,
don't do it for that, Draco. Do it because you want to do it.
Oh, I'm doing it because I want to do it. It's just be nice to know that there's somebody watching.
Listen, I tell everybody on my streams, I tell them every day, go watch everybody else's shit too. So, you know, I promote you guys as much as I can because you're my friends.
No, I appreciate every time you do that.
Again.
Yeah, no.
Go watch these other idiots. They're playing something.
And that's why I do it in return. It's the same thing. If no one watches, it's not because we didn't promote it or suggest it, whatever.
Listen,
they're just not interested or whatever.
Right, and it's late, you know, for most of the world. Let's face it, most of our viewership is going to be coming from overseas, so it's late for them.
Well, not only that, plus everybody and their kid brother who has a channel or a stream and plays this game is either playing it now or has played it.
Sure. Plus, you know, you want to be a big time streamer. You know how you become a big time streamer? Scream a lot.
I don't
Scream and show your breast.
Scream
or get that operation right, and then you'll be good. Because those are where you get the. We don't play the right games in the right way for us to ever be huge.
No.
You know what I mean? As entertaining and as sort of fun as I am, I will never be a big streamer because I'm not gonna scream unless, you know, I'm having a day or whatever. But it's rare. It's not a constant thing for me. So, and I don't care. I do it because I like it. I make videos because I like it. You know, I play games because I like it. I hang out with my friends. That's why I play games. You know what I mean? And it didn't used to be that way. I was a hermit. I didn't want to know nobody. You know what I mean? That's the other reason I could never get rid of the abacus. Without the abacus, I know nobody. I don't know any.
No, it's sentimental. You'll never get rid of that. That's cool in that regard. And that I've taken to heart the two things you keep reminding me. Record, stream while you're playing.
You're playing the game anyway. Might as well do something with it. Right.
Do it. And then the other is have fun doing it or don't fucking do it.
Or don't do it. Oh, God, there's nothing worse than... Like, I get it with this game, you know what I mean? It's not my kind of game, but I'm still going to watch, you know what I mean? I'd probably play it too, you know what I mean? Because as I've just demonstrated the last couple of weeks, I'll play pretty much anything now, you know? To the point where people are like messaging me going, BP, are you going to play Farm Sim again? Yep, I play Farm Sim every Sunday and Monday. You get a double shot of Farm Sim. So there's no shortage of Farm Sim on the channel. There'll always be Farm Sim. That's the thing on the channel. But I have so many other games that I would have never given a second thought to. But because, you know, people go out of their way to get them for me, I'm going to play it. And even if I'm no good at them, or even if I maybe, you know, if I play it once and I say, okay, that's not for me, at least I played it. So anything building related, I've discovered I really like. I like to build stuff. So, which is why I like Planet Coaster so much. I love Planet Coaster. That is absolutely my probably third favorite game right now.
And see, that's why I think that, you know, if you ever got this game and you tried it, I think you'd like it, especially with us, because we do, once we get established and we start building, you know, we do some pretty cool crap.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? I'm all for the build, and I get the grindy bit in the beginning. It's fine. You know, I'll probably get this. I've watched enough of it now where I'm like, all right, you know what? At the very least, it would maybe entertain somebody. Oh, let's watch BP play this because we know he's going to be no good at this.
And the thing is, we haven't even gotten to like the really fun part when you're going into the cities with like the skyscrapers and you're looting skyscrapers.
Right. That's the reason I watch Colonel Failure, basically.
Draco, can you come out of the house and go up the hill a little bit and kill that thing?
Kill what thing?
The wild boar that's like eyeing us down.
Well, here it comes.
Where are you?
Right up there.
That's a lot of meat.
That's why I want him to go get it.
A lot of meat walking down that hill.
There's also about 4 zombies and like overheating and half dead. He's using shotgun. I probably should have stuck around and watched it, but you know.
He did.
See, that's Draco, master killer. All right, so I've got this stuff back here.
Real quick.
We're gonna throw this stuff in here real quick, and
excuse me, ma'am.
Before I die and stuff.
Get off my hill.
Get off my hill. Get off my hill. All right, folks. Welcome, Doug. I'll let you end your stream. You yammering for it.
Okay, so just be quiet for a second. Let me do this. I want to thank Zig and Draco for hanging out, playing. We've got started on this. This is Alpha 16 stable. We want to thank those that have stopped in and said hi, and actually stopped in and said hi. We want to mention the BPG Farming Sim on Sunday. Saturday, I will be streaming with the rest of the Monkey Show something. Check out BP on Friday when he has let us know that he will be doing ETS Pro Mods. And thank everyone for stopping by. Anyone want to say goodbye other than me?
See ya.
Bye.
Eat more cheese.
Jeez.
And Braunschweiger.
And head cheese.
I gotta end this before it gets worse.
Don't forget the Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh, and
If
the
you don't
one
like
thing that,
Velveeta, you're a communist.
good thing that part's all done. And I keep forgetting to do the part that Draco keeps reminding. And hit the like and share buttons.
You are so bad at that. It's like,
No, it's...
I always do my bit at the end. Follow me on everything. Blah, blah, blah. So I get sick of hearing my own voice, and I'm just like, whatever.
No,
Well,
I always say
it-
don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. And if you like what you see and you want to watch more, make sure you hit that little bell so that way you always find out when we're on.
Right. And subscribe to Bipolar Prophet on YouTube.
That makes sense. I forget to do that because I've not had a lot of viewership. So now I need to make sure to add that. Hey, I've gotten better at just being able to go, hey, watch this, and check out and all that. I'm getting better at that. So one little step at a time.
Hey, Draco, I just learned something.
What's that?
The little bell. I never paid any attention to that before.
No?
No. No wonder I don't know half the time when people are, live or making videos or whatever. So Moondog, I'm no longer a YouTube bell virgin. You broke my cherry. So,
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end
Please
mine here.
take that back.
On that note, I'm gonna end mine because we're just about at 2 hours. So I'd like to thank everybody for stopping in. Who stopped in? BP for for stopping in and providing some entertaining banter. Moondog and Zig for hanging out with me today and killing some zombies and taking my abuse with a grain of salt. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. And we will probably be back in sometime in the near future. If you like what you see, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and give a thumbs up. And if you want to know whenever we're going to be putting in more content, make sure you hit that little bell. And I will see you all later. Thanks a lot.
eat more cheese.